and welcome KCIW listeners of 100.7 at kciw.org. Brookings, Oregon, beautiful Brookings. And of course, we are syndicated. So welcome to the listeners at KZZH 96.7 FM, Access, Humboldt, Eureka, California. Yep, this is Joyously Free with me, none better than best-selling author Joanie Lindenmeyer. I'm so glad you are tuning in today. So a little bit about me. I'm a 34-year resident of Harbor, Oregon, a retired Del Norte High School teacher from Crescent City, California, and a 2025 Lambda-nominated author who's published 3 books in 2 years. Oh man, I love life and I love being the producer and host of this show that came about because of my memoir, None Better. But more importantly, I'm glad you are all here today. So let's listen up. You know how our morning routine goes, and I'm going to teach my brand new speaker, guest, friend, how to respond with this one. I begin with, it's a brand new day, and if you could please respond with, never been lived before. This is the way that Carol and I started life for 40 years every single morning. So it means a lot to me, and I hope it does to you too. So here we go. It's a brand new day.
Never been lived before.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. The radio show that we call it is named by Will and Viv. It's a show that talks about LGBTQ plus stories and tips, along with church, religion, faith, spirituality, and joy. Yes, abundant joy and freedom. That's the title of the show. Makes sense, doesn't it? It's also the name of my second book that I co-authored with Elizabeth Ann Atkins of twosisterswriting.com. Well, in this radio show, just as in my life and has always been, there is no hate speech. There's no hate behaviors and no bullying. We will be blasted with the 3 C's. We're going to instill courage, confidence, and collaboration. It's together, today in the studio as well as in our life, to seek understanding, to think out of the box, or no boxes at all, but to be open-minded as an open parachute. My speaker, my friend, is sitting right next to me, just a beaming smile, almost distracting me right here. But first we need to just open our hearts. Let's ask our Creator to shine light on our community and our world. Let's start with a prayer, believing in hope and in the power of the divine, that Jesus, God, whatever name you put on a higher being, is always with me and always with you. So we need not be afraid or troubled, saddened or depressed. Joy and peace are an internal expression of love and harmony that is already within us. And all we have to do is reach deep within and let it out. O-U-T. Out. Capitalized. O-U-T. Yes, that's for my LGBTQ people out there. So, hi God, hi Jesus, hi Spirit. Thank you for being with us. My prayer reading for today was a funny thing that I read on a church bulletin, and I just think it's hilarious, but I want you to hear it, everybody, and I'm going to reflect on it in just a minute. The quote is this: God expects spiritual fruit, not religious nuts. I just love that. I am chuckling inside right now. God expects spiritual fruit, not religious nuts. And so with that, let's take a big, deep breath in with the good and out with any doubt. Breathe in through your nose with hope and out from your mouth with any fears. Take one more big deep breath in with joy and out with worry or despair, knowing that God expects spiritual fruit, not religious nuts. I am still just chuckling inside. So when I read that, I'm still laughing about it because it has to do with our speaker, for one thing, today in terms of the community garden. But the other thing is that what does God expect of you? What does God expect of me? Am I a better person today than I was yesterday, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago? Am I loving, kind? Am I respectful? Do I judge? Do I condemn? Am I more a hateful person or a happy person? All I know is that God expects spiritual fruit, not religious nuts stuck in their own way of thinking that is really not Christ-like or human-like.
And a hardened outer shell.
And I love that. Thank you, Kal. Thank you so much. So we ask everybody right now to lift up your friends and your family and our community, to follow some guidance and healings that is divine. We thank you, Holy One, for hearing us and being with us today. And we promise we will to try to do better with our spiritual fruit and not with religious nuts. So thank you, KCIW listeners and KZZH listeners, for praying with us today. Well, all righty, here we go. Let me introduce you to Kal Bell. Oh my gosh, Kal is a friend, an ally, an advocate, and a community member that just makes things happen. She is phenomenal. Welcome to the radio show Joyously Free, Kal.
Thank you.
Oh my, how does it feel being in the studio?
I like it.
You like it?
I do.
Yeah. You are smiling, you are beaming, you're wearing your Pride in the Park shirt.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. And I think that's how we met, if you can.
It is,
Fill me in on that. How did we meet?
Oh, I mean, I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure it was at one of the Pride events.
Or the planning.
It might have been the planning, yeah.
Right.
Because I was involved at the very beginning with the planning.
Right.
And so that's probably where we met.
Right. Have you been in this community very long, Kal? I don't even know that about you.
So we moved here in 2016.
Okay.
We moved from Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And who's the we?
My husband and my 4 children.
And 4 children, ages?
I have a 24-year-old daughter named Cassia and a 19-year-old daughter, Alexa, which you know very well.
And from the library.
And she is in the library. She's actually getting slimed during the fall festival event.
Oh, nice.
That will be in the past when this airs. But and then I have 11-year-old twin boys.
Wow.
Oliver and Maxwell.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
And a beautiful family.
Yes. And my husband's name is Wade, and he's a teacher here at K-School.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. See, I didn't know all of that.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I know Alexa.
You know Alexa because she's very present as well. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being here and thank you for filling us in. Yeah. It's fun to get to know you. That's what this radio show is about.
Yeah.
Our topic today is going to be pride in the community garden because that's one of the things that you're involved with.
It is, yes.
Yes. So why don't you jump in and tell us what you want to tell us?
Well, the community garden is at St. Timothy's, and we have adopted 2 beds, my husband and I. One of them I do in honor of Pride, and the other one I do in honor of Wild Rivers Dance, which is the local nonprofit dance group. And we are everything that we grow and raise, we harvest, and we give back to the community, every last bit of it. And so this year right now our green beans have taken over. And so that's next year we're going to have to figure out a better way to harness the green beans because they fell over and took the whole bed. But that's okay.
Gosh.
Everyone loves green beans.
Absolutely. A prolific harvest.
Yes, a prolific harvest. But as of right now, we would love if more people would volunteer to help out at the community garden beds. As of right now, I'm basically doing both beds by myself because during the summer, my husband was doing it as well. But since he's a teacher, that's most of the day. And my kids help. But I'd love it if other people would want to drop in and help out every once in a while.
So where is this located?
It's at St. Timothy's, right next to St. Timothy's Church. And the garden beds are always available, always accessible. And you can always reach out to any of us if you want to help, because I would love to have somebody offer to harvest every once in a while. As of right now, I'm the one doing it. We harvest every Wednesday morning, and we try to have everything down before noon, down to the community center right next to the food bank.
So would a person need to just show up, or do they need to bring containers?
They don't need to bring anything. We have all of the seeds and all of the bedding and everything is already there. And I've been growing everything. I planted all of the seedlings. All I'd like is if somebody would just help with the harvest, and you could just show up even if you would like to, or, you could always just reach out to one of us. We can get some information out of how you
What time on Wednesdays?
Wednesdays, I'm usually there between 10 and 11:30.
Okay. Okay. And I know they can always check in at St. Tim's.
They can always
Linda
check in.
Lee is a very dear friend of mine, Deacon Linda.
Yes.
She was one of the instigators and the creators of the community garden.
She is. And she is the one who leads our monthly meetings. And so we always make sure we have a good solid plan set and that everything's taken care of. And if we do need anything, she makes sure we get it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. And how helpful this is for our community. Fresh veggies.
We've donated over 300 pounds so far this year.
Wow.
Yes. And just last week, we managed to harvest over 10 pounds of produce just from our 2 beds. And
that's amazing.
Yes, and it goes to the seniors and to anyone who goes to the food bank.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Oh, my gosh. I can see why you need help.
Yeah. I mean, I managed to get it done, but it takes a lot more of my time than if I had a couple of extra helping hands.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, listeners, and you're thinking, oh, man, I could put in an hour, one day a week on a Wednesday.
Yep.
Come help Kal. And just being around Kal, you will feel energized and joyful.
Oh,
because
I appreciate
that's who
that.
she is. That's who she is.
Oh,
yes.
I really appreciate that.
Yes. So related to those garden beds, what prompted you to do that in the very beginning?
I've actually wanted to, this started back during COVID shutdowns, and I was harvesting a lot of my own produce, and I had too much, and I wanted to be able to give to other people. And I was not aware of the community garden at that point because apparently it's really hard to get news out in this community because there isn't really one isolated news source that everyone can go to. And so I didn't know that it was there until one of my friends said, hey, we actually have the community garden and they're looking for people to take over a couple of beds. And I thought, well, that's perfect because I have time and I like growing things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's how it all started.
That's how it all started. Yeah.
Wow. And now we're spreading the word to more people now.
Absolutely. Yes. And
Definitely.
I really do love that.
Definitely. And then how did you pick, or how did it come about that you have a Pride-sponsored one and a dance-sponsored one?
Well, those are both groups that I am heavily invested in personally. And I think that they both do a lot of good for the community, but a lot of people aren't aware of what all we're doing. And I thought that was one more way that we could help while spreading the word about what else we have available.
Awesome. So why don't you talk about both of those organizations?
Yeah. So the Pride group I've been involved with since we had our first official Pride planning, and we do as much as we can. We do monthly game days at the library for youth, and I believe it's the 3rd Saturday of the month at the library, and it's such a great time, and it's a great place for a lot of youth to get together with people that they trust, because unfortunately that is an issue that I've heard from a lot of the local youth, that if they don't fit the very strict parameters of what is socially acceptable to certain groups, then they are mistreated. And this way, they get to go and hang out with people and have fun and play games and just be kids and not have to worry about being judged for who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a safe place.
It is a safe place. And we also have a monthly meetup at, I believe it's at Chetco Brewery that we've been doing it it was at the 4th Sunday, I believe, where it's for anyone in the community, but it's our Pride gathering where everyone can just have a sense of community and know that even if you may not feel like you are like everyone else, there are a lot of us in this community that are like you or accept you for however you are.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you began by talking about your family, your husband, as an ally and an advocate. What's the difference between an ally and an advocate?
An ally is somebody who is supportive, but an advocate is someone who puts themselves out there in the community to make sure that other people know that there are allies. It's not just being an ally, it's being someone present and making sure that everyone can get what they need out of life. Love, support, companionship, all of that.
You bet. You bet. And as an LGBTQ person, a lesbian person, I tell you, allies are so important to me because oftentimes they are doing the groundwork or they're speaking up on my behalf.
Absolutely.
In places and situations that I'm not even aware of.
Oh, absolutely.
And that dispels the fear. That dispels the hate.
That's exactly why I almost always wear some sort of a pride shirt when I'm in public, just because I feel that I'm safer to be able to wear that and I am not going to be attacked as some other people feel like they might. And so I put it out there to make other people aware that we do have pride and we have plenty of people local that are part of that community. And I am willing to put my face to that. And so that helps.
Awesome. I just gave Kal a great big high five across the table here. And just think about that. If our whole world was that way and didn't judge and treated everybody with respect and kindness, no matter where people are and how they dress and how they act and all of that, but just to accept and celebrate them for who they are.
Yeah.
And that's why I wrote that Joyously Free book.
Absolutely.
That's why this radio show is called Joyously Free.
Yes.
Because when you get to that point, there's nothing better.
No,
There's
absolutely. Yeah. And, I think that's one of the joys of being at a certain age where you get to the point where you don't really care what other people think about you.
Oh, good point.
And so, if they're going to think that about me, fine. But that way, other people know that I'm still supporting them, even if they don't feel brave enough at that moment to be as visible.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So were you involved in any prides before moving to Brookings, Oregon?
No, we actually didn't have very many where we were from. And, we have a lot of friends and family that are part of the LGBTQ community. And I've always, made sure that our support was very apparent. But being able, people didn't feel quite as separated where we were before as there is here, where, there are a lot of people that are very loving and accepting, but then there are some people that are very loud about not being loving and accepting. So I felt a little more of a need to put myself out there.
Good for you. Good for you. Right on.
Yeah.
And Pride isn't just a one-day event all year.
It's all year. And, a lot of people are like, well, why are we not having pride in other things? You can have pride in more than one thing. It's ridiculous that people think that it is an all or nothing, either or thing. It's okay to be who you are.
Absolutely.
And you don't need to be judged for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so is there any reason why you got involved in Pride? Like, what triggered that from the very beginning?
Well, I've always been I felt isolated and kind of separated when I was a kid. And turns out it's because I'm neurodivergent and nobody was diagnosed when we were young. And, I always felt a little different. And so when I saw other people being treated different, I wanted to make sure that they didn't feel isolated as well.
Got it. And that goes back to the bullying. That goes back to so many things that,
yes,
to have somebody stand up for who you are. I so get that. I so get that.
And, like I said, we have a lot of family that are gay and lesbians. And I wanted to make sure that everyone feels safe and comfortable. And I wanted to make sure that my kids didn't have to worry about expressing who they are and then having anything come back for them.
Yeah. And what a loving family.
Oh,
that you are that and that you exude that within your family. That love is for everybody. Love always wins.
Always. Yeah. And, that's how I am. I am involved with the dance studio. I'm actually a teacher over there. I teach tumbling.
Okay.
And I'm like that with our students, too. And I've noticed that a lot of the students that I have also come from, a lot of them come from slightly rougher backgrounds. And it's great to be that source of connection and support for them as well.
Exactly.
And several of my students are part of the LGBT community, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it doesn't matter.
Anybody
can come and dance. Anybody can come and garden. And
Exactly. But it's nice for them to feel like they can come and do that and not have to worry about other people bullying them, because that's just simply not tolerated.
Right. Very well said.
Yeah.
Very well said. Exactly. So you teach tumbling.
I do.
At what ages is that? And how does a person get involved in the dance studio?
Oh, so I teach tumbling. The tumbling classes I teach, I have a tumbling tots class for little ones from like 3 to 5, and
ages 3 to 5. Oh, how
and
cute.
they are so much fun. And then I have all the way up, usually through high school. I also do have a conditioning class that I teach for adults as well. Simply because I just want to make sure if somebody wants to tumble, I want them to be in the right shape. And most of us adults are not. Like I'm not anymore either. And so I've had people ask about adult tumbling, and that's something I'd like to offer in the future. But I want to make sure people are at least strong enough to be able to do that, where I'm not afraid of what would happen.
Right.
Yes, but anyone can join. We have a lot of adult classes too. All ages. We have people in their 80s that are dancing with us even.
Oh, how fun.
Yes.
Will you give me details? Where it's located? How to get a hold of you?
Yes.
Who owns this? Give me everything.
We are in Brookings. We're right next to the Honeybee's Bakery and Wolf's in that little strip mall. And all of our classes are afternoons to evenings. Right now, we have Monday through... we actually do have a Saturday class. I forgot. So we have classes Monday through Saturday. And you can find on Wild Rivers Dance website or any of the social medias. And it's owned and operated by Sky Marie McDonald. And she's a wonderful person. And like I said, we have just untold numbers of classes. We have exercise classes, we have ballet, we have hip hop, we have jazz, we have tumbling, like I said, and you name it, we have fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And I'm assuming that you sign up for these classes on the website.
Sign up on the website. If you have trouble signing up on the website, you can call. And the phone number is on the Wild Rivers website as well. But if you're having issues or you don't like using computers that much, you can always call and we can walk you through it. Or you can even show up. I'll help you.
Wow. So if you have this number here at KCIW, 541-661-4098, you can call us at KCIW and we can pass on the information as well.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yes. Yes. That's again, 541-661-4098, KCIW. And that's so awesome to hear about that. And Sky Marie is a beautiful, beautiful person
really
and
is.
a wonderful family. And oh my gollies.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And they, everyone just wants to help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically, we're not about making money or anything like that. We're just about having fun together and sharing arts.
Uh-huh.
Actually, she just shared a study that showed that people who dance are better off psychologically than those who take antidepressants alone.
Right.
And
right.
Yeah. And it's just,
I love it.
And you get more community out of it. And that's one thing that I think a lot of people are really missing anymore is that sense of community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that's why we have Pride and that's why we have dance. And, it's just finding that lovely sense of community and togetherness.
Yes. And related to that, it's all inclusive.
Yes, absolutely. All inclusive.
All inclusive. And so everybody, if you're listening out there going, well, there's nothing to do around town. You hear that about a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
There are plenty of things to do. It's just a matter of putting yourself out there.
Absolutely.
Finding a person to connect with.
Yes.
And I think that's so true with Pride and the dance.
Yes.
That you're not left alone.
No. And, I know some people feel like, oh, I don't know how to dance. That's why you come to class. You don't have to know how to dance when you show up. All it is about is moving your body and having fun.
Right.
Nobody's going to judge you.
Right. And that's a good point.
Yeah.
No one's going to judge you.
No.
Yes.
Not at all. I did the adult hip hop class a couple weeks ago, and it was so much fun. I felt ridiculous while I was doing it, but man, I loved it.
Very fun.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. Well, and that's why you are a community person. You are an ally, you're an advocate, and a community person.
Yes.
3 minutes to go with our radio show here today. What tips would you give to people on how to get involved either in Pride or the dance besides just showing up?
Follow your passions.
Oh, good point.
Because, you're not going to want to keep doing it if it's not something you're passionate about. So if you find something that you're really passionate about, find a way to make it help other people. You can do that with anything.
And that brings you joy.
Absolutely. I love being able to go to sleep at night knowing that the world is slightly better because of something I did.
Right.
It doesn't even have to be anything big. I made someone else smile. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But I love your point. Follow your passion.
Yeah.
Because when you're getting out of your own butt in the seat kind of thing,
Yes.
and you follow your passion, you will find the people that you connect with, and that will bring love and harmony and all the joys of life.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do a quick recap.
Yeah.
Follow your passion.
Absolutely.
You can help by being involved in.
Being involved in, well, specifically right now, you can help with the community garden, or, you can even just help anyone that you think might not have a voice. That's another thing that I think a lot of people, people need voices to help bolster them. And if you have a voice and somebody else doesn't, maybe lend them a little bit of yours.
Oh, beautiful. That's a great final comment. I love that, Kal. I love that. It has been so much fun having you here today.
Oh, I've
your
loved
eyes
it.
sparkle, your smile is
thank
beaming, and your words of ways to get involved, is just phenomenal. I want to thank all the beautiful listeners here on the gorgeous coasts of Southern Oregon and Northern California for being with us in this joyously free manner. We hope that you've been inspired by Kal, maybe even challenged. You've enjoyed some of her stories and tips, hopes, love, and joys. She's been phenomenal, and you will find her at the garden. Remember, Wednesday mornings, 10 to 11:30. Show up and help her harvest. And then the dance studio known as Wild River Dance. And you can check out all the classes and all the activities.
Absolutely.
We want to thank you so much. High fives, high tens, and just keep on being you, Kal.
Oh,
keep on being you.
And you as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, we've got Mike Gorse on sound today. We want to definitely say thank you to Mike, Tom Bozak, Candace, and
Mike.
Rose. Yep. Thank you, Mike. This time I'm not looking at him. I'm talking into the microphone first. So thank you, Mike. Thank you, KCIW and KZZH Access Humboldt. Remember that twosisterswriting.com is where you can find my books. But more importantly, it's at KCIW 541-661-4098. Would love to hear your comments about everything and anything. And if you feel like you want to donate to a cause here in our community, make that happen.
Yes. People, we actually are accepting donations to sponsor children who can't afford to dance too.
Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome. See all the ways you can do this? Yes. Everybody, smile big. Wear bright colors. Thanks for being here. Have a great day.